If you're still unsure about why people should stop consuming dairy products, then stay tuned and I'll be addressing this in today's video. Now is the time to think really seriously about why people should stop consuming dairy products. While many of us grew up believing that milk is essential for strong bonds, there is so much more to the story. So let's break it down what ditching dairy is better for our health, the planet, and of course the animals. Dairy products aren't as beneficial as we've been told, and many people have health issues because of them. Most people can't digest lactose, the sugar in milk, which leads to bloating, gas, and stomach cramps. So this affects about 65% of the global population, and especially those from Africa and Asia. So drinking a glass of milk or eating a bowl of ice cream can leave many people feeling uncomfortable. Lactose-free alternatives like almond milk, oat milk, or coconut yogurt, they provide the same creamy texture without digestive issues. Dairy has been linked to several serious health conditions. For example, studies suggest that high consumption of dairy products can increase the risk of prostate cancer in men and breast cancer in women. Plus, dairy products are often high in saturated fats, which can raise cholesterol levels, increasing the risk of heart disease. A simple swap like cashew cream instead of heavy cream or nutritional yeast instead of cheese, they can reduce the risks without sacrificing the flavor. We've all heard that milk is necessary for the strong bones, but many studies show that countries with highest dairy consumptions like the US and Sweden also have the highest rates of osteoporosis. You don't need milk for calcium. Foods like kale, broccoli, almonds, tofu, and fortified plant milks, they provide plenty of calcium. For example, 1 cup of fortified almond milk contains as much calcium as cow's milk without the health risks. Number 2, environmental impact. The dairy industry takes a huge toll on the environment, contributing to climate change, water shortages, and pollution. Dairy farming produces large amounts of methane, a greenhouse gas that is much more potent than carbon dioxide. So, for example, a single dairy cow can produce up to 220 pounds of methane per year. So switching to plant-based milks like oat or hemp milk can drastically reduce your carbon footprint. It takes a normal amount of water to produce dairy. On average, it requires about 1,000 gallons of water to make just 1 gallon of cow's milk. That is a lot of water. Given the global water crisis, it's crucial to consider the impact of our food choices. Dairy farms generate massive waste, which often ends up contaminating water sources. In the US, dairy farms produce about 500 million tons of manure annually, and this waste it can leak into the rivers and lakes, causing harmful algae blooms and kill fish and damage the ecosystems. Switching to plant-based options not only reduces the pollution, but also helps preserve the clean water and healthy ecosystems. Animal welfare. One of the biggest reasons to stop consuming dairy is the cruelty involved in this industry. The way that dairy cows are treated is heartbreaking, and it's not something most people are even aware of. Cows are exploited. Cows, like all mammals, only produce milk when they have a baby. To keep milk production going, dairy cows are forcibly impregnated over and over again. And this process is far from natural. Cows are typically restrained in what the industry calls a rape rack, a machine used to artificially inseminate them. This happens repeatedly throughout their lives. Once the cow gives birth, her calf is taken away within hours, and this is incredibly stressful for both the mother and the calf. Cows have strong maternal instincts, and they often cry out for their babies days after they've been separated. The cruelty doesn't stop with the mother. Male calves, who are useless to the dairy industry, are often sold for veal or killed shortly after birth. Veal calves are confined to tiny crates, kept deliberately weak and anemic to make their flesh tender. They never get to run or play or even walk properly before being slaughtered. Female calves, on the other hand, are raised to become dairy cows themselves, and the cycle of suffering repeats. A dairy cow in a natural setting can live up to 20 years or more, but in the dairy industry, cows are typically slaughtered after 4 to 6 years, when their milk production declines. So can you imagine the physical toll on these animals? It's enormous. Cows are often kept in crowded, unsanitary conditions, and they suffer from painful conditions like mastitis. It's an infection of the udder caused by frequent milking, and their legs often give out from the weight of their unnaturally large udders and the strain from standing on the concrete all day long. The suffering these animals go through is unimaginable. So by choosing plant-based alternatives like soy or coconut milk, there are so many vegan alternatives. All these vegan cheeses or dairy-free yogurts, we can certainly help end this cruelty. Number 4, better alternatives are everywhere. Thankfully, we live in a time where dairy alternatives are so easy to find and they are delicious and healthier. Plant-based milks are widely available now, from almond milk and oat milk to coconut and hemp milk. Each has its own benefits and uses. For example, oat milk is rich and creamy, making it perfect for those people who like coffee or cereal. And almond milk is light and great for smoothies. So these options are often fortified with calcium, B12, and vitamin D, making them nutritionally similar to cow's milk. Vegan cheeses have come a long way in terms of taste and texture. Brands like Miyoka, Daya, and Wildlife, they offer plant-based cheeses that melt, stretch, and taste delicious. They are perfect for pizzas or grilled cheese sandwiches. Similarly, dairy-free yogurts made from almonds or coconuts or cashews, they are creamy and delicious without the negative effects of dairy. So in conclusion, there is no better time to ditch dairy, whether it's for your health, the environment, or to stop this horrible animal suffering. Going dairy-free is a simple but powerful choice. And with so many plant-based alternatives now available, it's easier than ever to make the switch. So by saying goodbye to dairy, you can protect your body, help save the planet, and show kindness to animals, all while enjoying delicious and healthy food. It's definitely a win-win for everyone. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe down below if you haven't done it already. I would really like to have you here. And I'm going to leave another video here on the screen so you can watch it next. I'll see you there.